pattanani cha puragrama prajodyana Chetrarama Etatharvata Ghoshamscha Tadahu Patanani Cha Puragrama Prajodyana Chetrarama Etatharvata Ghoshamscha Tadahu Patanani Cha Puragrama Prajodyana Chetrarama Ketakarvata Koshamscha Dadahu Pattanani Cha Puragrama Prajodyana Chetrarama Ketakarvata Koshamscha Dadahu Pattanani Cha Puragrama Prajodyana Chetrarama Etakarvata Koshamscha Tadahu Pattanani Cha. Anybody else? Puragrama Prajodyana Chetrarama Shamakara Etakarvata Koshamscha Tadahu Pattanani Cha. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by Divine Grace K.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Pura, cities and towns. Grama, villages. Braja, pasturing grounds. Udyana, gardens. Kshetra, agricultural fields. Arama, natural forests. Ashrama, hermitages of saintly persons. Akara, and mines that produce valuable metals to maintain Brahminical culture. Kheta, farm villages. Karvata, mountain villages. Hoshan, the little villages of cowherd. Cha, and Dadahu, they burn. Pattanani, the capitals. Cha, also. Translation. The demons set fire to the city, pasturing grounds, cow pens, gardens, agricultural fields, and natural forest. Burned the hermitages of the saintly persons, the important mines that produced valuable metals, the residential quarters of the agriculturists, the mountain villages, and the villages of the cow protectors, the cowherd men. They also burned the government capitals. Purport. The word Udyan refers to places where trees are especially grown to produce fruits and flowers, which are most important for human civilization. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 9.26, everybody can recite, Patram pushpam phalam toyam Yome bhakta prayakshati tad aham bhakti udvitam ashnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. Fruits and flowers are very much pleasing to the Lord. If one wants to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can simply offer fruits and flowers, and the Lord will be pleased to accept them. Our only duty is to please the Supreme Godhead. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Whatever we do and whatever our occupation, our main purpose should be to please the Supreme Lord. All the paraphernalia mentioned in this verse is specially meant for the satisfaction of the Lord, not the satisfaction of one's senses. The government, indeed the entire society, should be structured in such a way that everyone can be trained to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But unfortunately, especially in this age, Nate vidu swarthagatim hi Vishnum, people do not know that the highest goal of human life is to please Lord Vishnu. On the contrary, like demons, they simply plan to kill Vishnu and be happy by sense gratification. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishvanamsha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतावभूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. There's beautiful words here. So, so I'd like to seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas here, especially His Grace Bhaktivinoda Prabhu. This is a constant source of inspiration for all of us for his enthusiastic devotion service. And also, we have a special guest. Prabhu, your name can Subara Prabhu. Subara Prabhu also has come. So we welcome you Prabhu also. It's gone Boston. Thank you. And also we have Yasman Prabhu, Shivachan Prabhu, all the devotees can bless so that we can discuss something meaningful and have purification of our heart and we can glorify the Supreme Lord. My guess. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, so so this verse 14. Yeah, so here now the all atrocious activities of demons are being described. How the demons, they were setting fire to cities, villages, pasturing grounds, everywhere. And they were burning the hermitage of the saintly persons. And mountain villages, villages of the cow protectors, the cowherdmen. They also burn the government capital. So they were doing so much of hostage for atrocious activities. So this is the characteristic of demon. The demon always want to destroy the plan of the Lord. They're against the plan of the Lord. So Lord wants to establish biblical culture, and He wants everybody to peacefully perform their occupational duties and uh, do the devotional service and return back home to God. The Lord wants that. Thus, the Lord beautifully has, made this arrangement of Varnashrama Dharma, and also that being properly situated in Varnashrama Dharma, one can perform devotional service and can attain the ultimate perfection of one's life. But the demons will do opposite of it. So they will destroy the biblical culture. They will destroy the Varnashrama Dharma, and they'll defy the Supreme Lord. They will be against the devotional service, and they will trouble devotees. So this is how the demons will be. Demons are how demons are. So this verse, this purport, what Prabhupada writes very beautifully. So in a sense, the whole purport is being concluded that the goal of one's life is to please the Lord. Samsiddhim haritoshanam. So this is what we focused here. So he says, the word Udyan refers to places where trees are especially grown to produce fruits and flowers, which are most important for human civilization. So Krishna has given all the necessary arrangement. He has made all the necessary arrangement by which one can actually please the Supreme Lord. So here Prabhupada is saying that fruits and flowers are very much pleasing to the Lord. So the Lord has arranged them. There are so many pious trees bearing fruits and wonderful flowers. So it can be. So this is how we get wonderful opportunity to get engaged in the service of the Lord. So in our temple also we find so many wonderful flowers, varieties of flowers, and nice garlands are being made and it's offered to the Lord. So Lord is very much pleased by this simple act of devotion, because the Lord is here giving the hint in this verse. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta prekshati tadaham bhakti uparatam ashnami pratadam. So Lord is telling. So if somebody offers me this leaf or flower or fruit or water, Lord accepts. Somebody offers with love and devotion, Lord accepts. So it's very much pleasing to the Lord. So another place, I was hearing Srila Prabhupada says that if a pujari worships the Lord, offering different items, so when he does it very sincerely, very genuinely and sincerely, then Lord smiles. Lord is very happy. So Lord smiles. So when the deities are taken care very nicely, when the pujaris are very nicely, sincerely serving the Lord, and bhogas are nicely offered, it's cooked very nicely, garlands are made well, and is offered to the Lord. So Lord becomes very pleased, and Lord smiles. So Radha Gopal is smiling. Can somebody tell me? Yes, I think it's smiling. So Lord smiles. When he's pleased, he smiles. So this wonderful way, we can please the Lord. So I remember when we were in our college days. So we would have like lot of this as soon as this July, August will start. So the first year preaching would be like taking a lot of prominence. So a lot of discussion about preaching, and so many plans and so many meetings and everything. So I remember one devotee who was that time kind of taking lead. So he just made a statement which was so inspiring to me, and I thought, okay, this is one thing which we can be very much doing hard work for trying to do some preaching here. So he said that all other endeavors, whatever we are doing, we may be having a lot of struggles. Like sometimes in the morning when we get up, then if we realize that only breakfast is half cooked because cylinder, the gas is over, then we have to run to some neighbor and get some cylinder, and there's a lot of kind of struggles in our voice life, and also and on top of that is so much of preaching, engagements and services and all that. So there'll always be kind of some crisis, some kind of struggles will be there. So he was just making a statement that all these struggles what we're taking, what so many endeavors, and devotees are sacrificing so much. They're going in the hostels and trying to preach. So by doing all that, our goal is if we can just see the smile on the face of our superiors. That time is Radha Shyam. So we can just see the smile on his face. So then it's all success. So like that. So this is how a devotee's goal is. The devotee wants to see how his superiors and how the Lord is pleased. If they can smile. All our endeavors is to just see that they are happy, they are pleased. So this is the devotee's life. Devotee lives for pleasing the Lord, pleasing his superiors. That is what his life is. And in contrast, we may do big things. We may get so much of accomplishment, a lot in the eyes of the world. But if our spiritual masters, of our superiors, the Supreme Lord is not pleased, then everything is spoiled. Everything is spoiled. Then there is no meaning actually. Like Hiranyakashipu has got so much more accomplishment. The demigods became his subservients. And he became a single ruler of the entire universe in that sense. Of course, Brahma and all they're there, but he did it. He actually got so much of influence, and the demigods were just serving like minion servant to Hiranyakashipu. So even after having such kind of accomplishment, and such kind of influence, such kind of strength, even knowledge, Hiranyakashipu was very knowledgeable also. He was speaking such wonderful philosophy to pacify the Hiranyaksha's relatives. So, but because the Supreme Lord is not pleased, because he is not actually assisting the Vaishnavas, he is destroying the Vedic culture, Brahminical culture, and he is getting some trouble. He is not pleasing the Supreme Lord. So because he is not pleasing the Supreme Lord, everything is spoiled. So it's a very, very important principle that the goal of our life is to actually please the Supreme Lord. So it's just a simple, innocent heart, you see. We can just keep this in our heart. We may be doing big management or preaching endeavors, so many services, but we should know this goal. Goal is to see the smile on the face of our superiors, see the smile on the face of the Lord, to see that how Lord is pleased, devotees are pleased. If this happens, life is success. Like that. It's a simple heart, right? Simple devotional heart. This is how devotees. So he says that fruits and flowers are very much pleasing to the Lord. Even wants to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can simply offer fruits and flowers, and the Lord will be pleased to accept them. One temple, Prabhupada went, so he was seeing the deities, and then Prabhupada was grave, and he called the devotee and said, he tried to find out what's happening, and then there was some kind of trouble going on. The deities are not taken properly. So Prabhupada would see the deities and would understand whether the deities are happy or not. For us, we may not understand sometimes, but Prabhupada, being a pure devotee, he understands. So when you see the deity, you could know how the devotees are serving here. So like that. So the deities are serving nicely, the devotees are doing their services well, they are cooperating, they're putting their heart and they're dedicated, then deities automatically become pleased and they smile. And the pure devotees can recognize that. That. So he says, our only duty is to please the Supreme Lord, Supreme Godhead. Sam Siddhir Haritoshnam. Whatever we do, in whatever occupation, our main purpose should be to please the Supreme Lord. So actually, Krishna conscious life is all encompassing. Means it's not that we do certain activities to please the Supreme Lord, certain set of activities, and certain set of activities to please myself. It is not like that. So Krishna conscious program is a wholesome program. That everything what we do in our life is meant to please the Supreme Lord, directly or indirectly, whatever it is. So this understanding has to, this understanding should be there, in the mind of a devotee, in the heart of a devotee, that the whole life is an offering to Krishna. So, of course, people may, the devotees, the individuals may be in different varna and ashrama situation. That may be there, but ultimately the purpose of every act is to please the Supreme Lord. So Krishna conscious program is the wholesome program. It's all encompassing program. It is not that only for some set of things I do for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, and other things are my personal time, for my pleasure, for my gratification. So it's not like that. So even somebody may have to do work, to go out, and money for the family. A mother may have to take care of the children. So there may be different kinds of duties. But the purpose of all those duties is also to please the Supreme Lord. That is clear. So when this intent is there, that I want to please the Supreme Lord in all spheres of my life, in all aspects of my life, Then this question will come that how should I please the Supreme Lord? How could I do this particular act which is pleasing to the Supreme Lord? So this question will be there then in the mind of a devotee. So that's why a devotee is very eager to know that how should I offer all different activities, whatever in my life, for the pleasure of Supreme Lord. And then he'll be very much happy to know that what all things Krishna would be pleased with, what all things are sanctioned, what is not sanctioned, and how could I offer it to the Supreme Lord that will become sanctified. So this is how a devotee will be very much keen to know. So he said that whatever activities we do should be sanctioned by the scriptures, sanctioned by the Lord, and should be sanctified. Sanctified means it should be as a devotional offering. It should be a devotional offering to the Lord, sanctified, and it should be regulated that way. So this is how a devotee will live his life. Like somebody had to work. So when he's working, then sanction. Sanction means he should not be involved in work which propagates these four pillars of sinful life: eating, gambling, intoxication, illicit sex. So one should be careful. Should not get into those kind of professions, which is directly facilitating those sinful activities. So sanction, work. Honestly, one should work, sanction, and then one should also sanctify it. Sanctify means one should also do that work for the praise of the Lord, and especially by offering the fruit of his work. That is whatever he is maybe getting the income. One should also give that portion of his income in the service of the Lord. And also whatever he is having earning, that also he uses it in a way which is sanctioned, and also should be helping him to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. And regulated, of course. That means he is also, he doesn't get into the zone of prayas. Prayas means over endeavor, because of greed. So he doesn't get into that zone also. So because then one will get towards sense gratification. So sense gratification, instead of offering to the Lord because of greed, one may fall into the trap of sense gratification. So that's why I say that whatever we do and whatever occupation, our main purpose should be to please the Supreme Lord, like that. And one of the very important factor to actually have this assurance that Supreme Lord is pleased, it's not like we have to just kind of on our own to just think. So we have a wonderful facility that through spiritual master, through superior Vaishnavas, we have that facility to actually have that to have that assurance that whether Krishna is pleased or not. So we can always have this aspiration to please our spiritual master, superior Vaishnavas. So when the devotees are pleased, when the spiritual master is pleased, that's how we are pleasing the Supreme Lord also. So that's how a devotee is guided. Devotee is always under guidance of superiors. So because Krishna may not directly come and tell us, and he may not directly come and tell and reveal us that I'm pleased with you. We may not be so advanced. And devotee, even he is advanced, he is humble. He doesn't think that, I'm so advanced that Krishna will directly assure me. Of course, devotee will get reciprocation of Krishna in terms of his being blissfully situated in Krishna consciousness. There are different ways devotee can understand. But a devotee always has this understanding that when we are assured by our superiors, that superiors are pleased, then Krishna is pleased. Yasya prasadan Bhagavad prasad. Yasya prasadan nagati topi. Like that. So through spiritual master we understand. And the spiritual master also has so many representatives, those who are guiding us. So that way we also understand that there are many representatives of spiritual master. So if I work, please them. That way Lord will be pleased. So just like in company, you have to please the immediate boss. Correct, no? So the CEO, you have CEO in America also, right? So it's not that the CEO will directly give you instructions and you may be accountable to him and he will be taking your report. It may not be so much that way. Sometimes it may be. Overall report may go to him. But it's not day-to-day affair, correct? The CEO is like once in a while something. But usually what we work for to please our immediate boss. So immediate boss is pleased, then the good report will go in like that. Of course, it's very external in company. There are a lot of other things goes on, politics and all. So, but in a simple term, basically, one cannot. Sometimes we just directly go and say that I'm pleasing CEO. it may not be so easy because he may not be so accessible like that. So same way, in our life also, we understand that. I mean, devotee has this understanding that how we, by pleasing our immediate superiors, we please the Supreme Lord also. We please our spiritual masters, we please Srila Prabhupada, and we please the Supreme Lord. So this kind of humble disposition of a devotee, can actually facilitate his progress very nicely. Yeah. So just like suppose say I'm in a room sleeping, and there is some nice important activity going on here, which I'm supposed to attend. Let's say Bhagavatam class, I'm taking this, let's say. So it's not that my spiritual master has to come and wake me up. Hey, come, Bhagavatam class is there, you should come and sit here. So so I don't have to wait. So if my spiritual master will come instruct me, I will come. So I mean that would be too much of demand. That spiritual master has to come and then instruct me, then I will do this. No, so spiritual master also has made arrangement. There's so many wonderful devotees. Some devotees may come and wake me, Prabhu, please come. So they're representing my spiritual master. So they will come and help me that way. So we have to see that way. So some devotee comes to wake us up and they say, then we may not have that much respect. Why he has come? Like that, you may think like that. But if suppose actually our spiritual master has come, then how we will deal with him? Maharaj, I'm just coming, Maharaj. You will be like, you will be feeling so much, embarrassed with that. Okay, how Maharaj has to come, like that. So now, so that means, am I really wanting that? Okay, only Maharaj comes, then only I feel embarrassed, and I want to come. Like that. It is not like that. So we don't have to be like that. So basically, we should see that help of the spiritual master through devotees also. The help of Srila Prabhupada through devotees, the help of Krishna through devotees. So this kind of vision we should have. So if you're looking for help, if you're looking for guidance, if you're looking for favorable help, what it is required for our progress in Krishna consciousness, then Krishna will guide us from so many devotees. We will see that. So we have to just keep our antenna on. What is said. We should be open to Krishna's advice, Krishna's guidance. Then Krishna will guide us with so many ways, especially through devotees. But if we are so closed, and we think only if Prabhupada says to me, and Prabhupada, how will he come and tell you? Maybe he has to come in dream. And we have to wait when in dream Prabhupada may come and tell us. Or we may wait for a spiritual master when he comes and tells us. So devotee doesn't have that kind of disposition that only spiritual master comes, only Prabhupada comes. He knows that actually the spiritual master has only arranged this wonderful facility of Vaishnava Sangha and so many senior Vaishnavas. So if we are open, then we can be easily guided like that. And there won't be any kind of much contradiction if you are simple-hearted. And if you are willing to please, then one can actually easily get good instruction, good guidance, and one can progress very nicely in Krishna consciousness. So he says that all the paraphernalia mentioned in this verse is especially for the satisfaction of the Lord, not for the satisfaction of one's senses. Yeah. So, this is the mentality of a devotee. The devotee sees whatever he possesses, and whatever is given by, whatever is under his possession is actually given by Krishna. It is not his possession; it's Krishna's possession. Krishna is the owner. I'm only the custodian. So Krishna is the owner. So when Krishna is the owner, then he should use it for Krishna's service. It's very obvious. Like if I have my mobile, if I give my mobile to Mr. Sagar Prabhu, I will take his mobile. So what question Sagar Prabhu should ask? How should I use it? Yeah, what should I do, Prabhu? You want me to call someone? Or you want me to purchase something for you? Whatever, online. But the point, so the thing is that he should ask that question because he recognizes, I'm the owner. I mean, in this regard, I'm just saying, of course, Krishna is the owner of everything, but I'm saying, so I'm the owner. So he will say that, okay, Prabhu, you tell me, how should I use it? Correct. Now he doesn't have to, take the mobile and just figure out, okay, what are the things I can do? So by default, then we'll have Sankhya Direction program. What are the things I can do means for myself. It will be like that. But if you are, very much aware, this is who is the owner? Okay, so who is the owner? So let me ask him, how should I utilize this? So same way, a devotee of the Lord also sees everything in this world as it is Krishna. Whatever is there, it's everything Krishna. Isha Vasham, Idam Sarvasam. So everything belongs to Krishna. So when everything belongs to Krishna, then everything is also meant for his satisfaction. So that is the this, perspective of a devotee. So everything is meant for his satisfaction, not for my satisfaction. So kama sena indriya preetir. So the indriya, the senses are actually not meant for our own gratification. It is meant for Krishna's service. In fact, that is the bhakti, Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevana, Bhakti Ruchate, like that. So that's how the devotee will see the entire world as Krishna's paraphernalia. And you will see that how I could use everything Krishna's service. So we are discussing the other day also that how a devotee when he is working, so he doesn't see his money as his money. Whose money? Krishna's money. So then that automatically that tendency to use the money for some gratification will be reduced. So it's not my money, it's Krishna's money. So how should I use that? Same way devotee should say his time also is Krishna's time. The time is given by whom? Krishna. So it is whose time? Krishna's time. So can I use my time as per my whims? No. It should be as per the direction of the Supreme Lord, direction of the spiritual master, direction of the devotees. So devotee feels accountable even for time also. You understand? My own time. No, but my own time also, we have to use it for Krishna's cause. So that understanding should be there. Like we may have to take rest. You all have to take rest, right? But a devotee, what is his consciousness? Okay, when I take rest, it is in a way that it should be with the understanding that, okay, I need rest so that I can have a healthy body. Otherwise, I may become crazy if I don't take proper rest only. So I may need some rest. So devotee may do that particular, he may utilize that particular time in taking rest. It is utilization because that way his service to Lord will be facilitated because he will have proper rest of the body, then body will be fit to serve the Lord. So this how a devotee sees that how he is accountable to the time also. So if we are accountable like that, then we will not unnecessarily sleep. Like in daytime we sleep like 3 hours, and then in the night we are awake, and then again we get up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So all things, then that shows that accountability with time is not there. Yeah, because Krishna has given us time, and Krishna also has recommended. Like a Brahma Muhurta time is for what? Yeah, it is for our sadhana. Krishna has very beautifully designed the whole world. The creation is not like it's not whimsically things are there. Everything has its purpose. Everything is in its place. So Brahma Muhurta time is specially meant for sadhana. Okay, so it's a very special time, very specially blessed, blessed time where we can do our sadhana very well. So Srila Prabhupada writes, he says one place that 1 hour of reading in Brahma Muhurta is equivalent to 5 hours of reading in daytime. Prabhupada says this, Prabhupada said. So 1 hour if you read in Brahma Muhurta time, then 5 hours it is daytime. So this is how the efficiency is so much. And my spiritual master says the first thing what devotee does in the morning when he gets up, so essentially chant the holy name of the Lord. So of course, the other day we were discussing that how Brahmaji when he gets up, he also does meditation. He also meditates on the Supreme Lord because he feels so helpless. So because he needs the guidance to do the service of creation. So he prays to the Supreme Lord. He meditates on the Supreme Lord. So same way a devotee also, he has to do so many services. He has to actually offer his his time and energy and his all activities to service of the Lord. So he needs spiritual strength. So devotee also, as soon as he gets up, he actually prays to the Supreme Lord, especially by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's how unity becomes accountable to everything. So time also. So the morning time is best for that. Same with the evening. So when the night happens, like 8:30, 9, 10, and that is a time when Krishna has made the time in a way that's in more prominent in England. So one can take rest. And then we'll find that one is very nicely rejuvenated. The body is rested very well. So as per Ayurveda also, if you sleep between 9 to 3, that's ideal. Ideal time is 9 to 3. So if you sleep that time, so then you actually your body is very fit. You get sound sleep and you also have active and alert in the mind in the morning also. So morning you are alert and active. So otherwise, if you sleep too late, it becomes like 11, 12, 1. Then what happens? Then actually it is very detrimental to the body. And even if you get up in the morning, even if you try that way, so you'll always see your eyes are very hot, hot eyes. You become for chanting, then you get a lot of sleepy. You'll feel sleepiness. You'll get sleep. and it becomes, and body, the digestion also gets, problematic, and so many problems come. So Krishna has made this creation, and there is the proper way to actually deal with this creation. So there is, so everything, it's in its place, and we have to know that how Krishna wants us to work in this world, like that. So that's how a devotee is very accountable, because he sees that everything is given by Krishna. He's the owner. So time is Krishna, the owner of the time. In fact, Krishna is only time. Krishna says that. And money also, it belongs to Krishna. Same way, his relatives and parents, everybody belongs to Krishna that way. So he should, so just like a grahastha, he should not think that his wife and children, his position, it is all his. No, it's all Krishna's. So the wife is not that Prabhu's dasi. Wife is Krishna's dasi. Like even when you get an initiated name also, like Kunti Devi Dasi. Kunti Devi Dasi, she is servant of Kunti Maharani, who is the pure devotee of Krishna. So like that. So the wife is, the Mata, the wife of that particular Prabhu, is the dasi of the Supreme Lord, spiritual master, and devotees. So like that, this is understanding. So same with the children also. They are also children of Krishna. The position also, it's all Lord's paraphernalia. So this is how a devotee should have that mentality. So then automatically the devotee will see that how all his family members also are engaged in service of Krishna. All his position also engaged in service of Krishna. Like that. Then one will not have independent plans. And one will not see his family members as object of some gratification. Otherwise, one may see his wife and children and relatives as the object of his son's gratification. That's what it's saying, that you scratch my back, I scratch my, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. This kind of relationship. Yeah, and that's how you find, sometimes in modern day, the family just get broken because some son's gratification is hampered. Divorce happen, and so many things happens. Children are kicked out from the house sometimes. Yeah, so all these things happens because when the whole relationship is built on such gratification. But if you have the vision that the family member, the position, everything belongs to Krishna, then one will feel accountable to Krishna. Okay, these are all belonging to Krishna. So let me see how I can help everybody to be engaged in Krishna's service. What is it? Correct? This is how the thought was be. Now, depending upon their inclination, their propensities and all, one has to figure out that how it should be done. But at least we will be saved from this kind of vision of some gratification. And we will do our best to facilitate them, whatever is required, what is needed. Sometimes to facilitate is not to preach in a very violent way, to give them time. But at least our vision is very clear that they are actually Krishna's, they are Krishna's property. That thing. So all the paraphernalia mentioned in this verse is especially meant for the satisfaction of the Lord, not the satisfaction of one's senses. And so the government, indeed the entire society, should be structured in such a way that everyone can be trained to satisfy the Supreme Personality of God. So this is the responsibility of the a responsible leader or king, the government, that the whole society should be structured in a way that everybody is peacefully positioned and is able to focus on the devotional service of the Lord. But current situation is not like that. So government is hardly have, actually they sometimes they don't have proper understanding of Varnashrama Dharma. So Varnashrama Dharma is a very scientific division of human race in terms of 4 Varnas and Ashrama, by which one can be peacefully situated as per his psychophysical nature and can focus on devotional service of the Lord. He can perform devotional service. So unfortunately, its perverted form is caste system, where things are not properly, right. So instead of Varnashrama, it becomes caste system. That the problem is that instead of Guna Karma Vibhagasha, Chaturvarnya Maya system, Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Instead of that, they take it by birth. They will say, okay, Brahmana's son is Brahman. So then, but he doesn't have any qualities of a Brahman.
Sorry, what does it mean, Varnashrama?
So Varna is based on one's occupational, it is called Varna. And Ashrama is one's spiritual order. That is Brahmachari.
You're saying it's not by the karma, it's by birth.
It is not by birth. It is not by birth. It is by guna and karma. Guna and karma.
In the materialistic world, it is by birth and not by guna.
Not every time it has to be guna and karma only.
Yeah.
But people, take it that way. I mean, they misapply. So they will say, okay, son of a Brahmin is a Brahmin. That's what caste system is, no? So he will be a Chaturvedi and then he'll be eating meat also. Hare Krishna. Very bold. So that is the problem. So see, guna and karma. So there has to be qualities of a Brahmana and he should also be engaging that. Like suppose somebody is a doctor, he has got a degree, MBBS degree, but he's not practicing, he's not engaging in that activity. So since 10 years, he has never gone to hospital. He has his own shop, he's having grocery shopping, let's say. After doing MBBS, let's say. He had a big grocery shop. So can you go and get treatment from him? No, because even though he has degree, he had qualification in one sense. He had that qualities, but he's not engaged. So you cannot call him a doctor. He cannot be called as a doctor than that. For the name, you can say, yeah, doctor, whatever, because he had that degree. But actually, he's not a doctor. Correct? So guna and karma. So he should have qualities and also activities like that. Then it is proper. And the purpose of Varnashima is Samsiddhi Haritoshna. Ata Bhupi Duja Sreshta. Varnashima Bhagashah. Sorry, Dharma Shitwani Dharmasya Samsiddhi Haritoshna. So the whole purpose of Varnashima system is to please the Supreme Lord. So it is not that we just remain comfortably situated. Remaining comfortable in Varnashima Dharma is not the purpose. The purpose is that the person can be peaceful to focus on the Supreme Lord, to perform a devotional service. You understand this point? Not that we become comfortable and and then we just enjoy. That is not the purpose. Purpose is to actually please the Supreme Lord, engage in devotional service. But unfortunately, especially in this age, Vishnu, people do not know that the highest goal of human life is to please Lord Vishnu. On the contrary, the demons, they simply plan to kill Vishnu and be happy by some gratification. So this is a beautiful purport about pleasing the Supreme Lord. So I was thinking that especially in the context of ISKCON, when we have this line of pleasing the Lord, pleasing Lord Vishnu. So pleasing the Supreme Lord. So one of the things which Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in 18th chapter, is also that the one who preaches the message of the Lord, he becomes very dear, he says. That means Lord is very much pleased, especially with this. And if you see in our current, in the parampara, our Brahma Madhva Gaudi Sampradaya, if you see Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, if you see this line, which is coming under Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The whole, purpose of our parampara is actually to help everyone to go back home to God. Correct, no? And this is a very important thing to understand, that the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada is, as just say that preaching is essence, no? Utility is the principle, and purity is the force, and preaching is the essence, they say. So preaching is the essence. That means the ultimate goal of the entire Krishna consciousness movement is to see that every individual goes back to God. That's the purpose, right? That's what Prabhupada wanted. And he says also that in the entire ISKCON, our movement, he considers to be successful. Even if one person goes back home to Godhead, he writes like that. Even if one person is able to take that help, he goes back home to Godhead. And in Dhruv Maharaj section, Prabhupada says, and this is my hope. If one of our disciples, if one of our followers, they go back home to Godhead, then we have some opportunity. It's a great humility of Srila Prabhupada. No? What Prabhupada is saying, he is already in the spiritual world. It's a great humility of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is saying like that. So, actually, in ISKCON, when we have this, this great focus on world deliverance program in terms of helping everybody to go back to God. So actually, as we know that preaching is an act of compassion, correct? No? It's an act of compassion. So the Supreme Lord's compassion that he wants to see every divinity going back to God, and that's what the pure devotee also they have. They also resonate with the same compassion. So now all of us, so we may not have that. We may not be having. We may be struggling with our own things. No, we have like struggles with our own sense gratification only. Our sense gratification pursuits, they sometimes become prominent. So talking about like compassion, delivering the world, it looks like what I'm not ready to sacrifice sometimes some comfort of mine. Then how can I even think of helping people to give their life to Krishna and go back home to God? So theoretically we understand this should be done, but you see, it's very difficult to have that compassion in our own heart and to be engaged like that. So that way. So, but the point is that actually Srila Prabhupada has given this preaching activity as a part of sadhana only. So this Shivram Maharaj writes in Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani, that book, he says this, no? That how this Prabhupada has integrated the preaching activity is also part of sadhana. And that becomes actually a very great, cause for our purification of heart. And actually getting, and our getting love of God. So it's a very powerful way, very, very powerful way. So, yes, Prabhu.
Can you give some examples of how preaching activity has been integrated into our sadhana?
Yeah, we'll discuss that too. So, yeah. You say Srila Prabhupada adds to this watering. Okay, I'll just read this when you understand. So the transcendental knowledge received from the pure devotees that awakens our latent love for Krishna. Latent love for Krishna. The methods, rules, and regulations by which one is perfectly trained in devotional service constitute the Bhakti Lata Beej. So we have discussed this other time that Bhakti Lata Beej means the method, rules, and regulations given by spiritual master. So that is Bhakti Lata Beej. So we have set of instructions and guidance and regulations and rules. So if we stick to it, then we are actually having proper bija. So after submissively receiving the seed of Kripa of devotion, the jivas must embrace the transcendent knowledge in order to sow it in the garden of their heart. And devotee gardeners must regularly water that seed. That is hearing about Krishna and chanting his name. Srila Prabhupada adds to this watering process an additional duty. Now you can get this. He says, giving the message of Godhead to others. So this is also watering process. This should be carefully noted. Srila Prabhupada induces preaching in his description of the watering process. He writes, the seed of devotion cannot sprout unless watered by the process of hearing and chanting. One should submissively receive the transcendental messages from spiritually advanced sources and chant the very same messages for one's own benefit and for the benefit of one's audience. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, this is mentioned. In other words, sadhana bhakti includes preaching, and preaching nourishes one's devotional kripa as well as the devotional kripa of others. Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya are especially inclined to preachers, who then can estimate the extra benefit preachers receive from the rain shower of their special mercy. So this is special mercy is drawn. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special mercy comes to the person who is willing to assist in this preaching mission. That is the mood. So basically, it's a part of sadhana in the sense that this actually, we say na sadhana bhakti, very sadhana bhakti. So very sadhana bhakti means what? When you follow the instructions of spiritual master, out of sense of obligation, out of duty, we may do that. Correct. So here, spiritual master is very much keen to see that so many souls, they get benefit of Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada has told, if you want to please me distribute my books, and he sends so many of the disciples to so many parts of the world, and instruct them to open the center and have some preaching program and all that. So there are instructions of Srila Prabhupada given to so many disciples, given so much responsibility in the mission. So when they do it very sincerely, so actually they're following the instructions of the spiritual master. Now they may not be, with the kind of great compassion for Jesus Christ, for Srila Prabhupada, so any great messenger of the God, they may have. So we may not have that, we may lack it. But we are acting on their order. So out of our sense of duty, to the Acharya, to the spiritual master. So when we act like this, then becomes part of our sadhana. You understand? So there is included watering process. And we attract a very special mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. What happened? So we attract a very special mercy of Lord Chaitanya when we are engaged like that. So actually, this whole preaching activity is actually is very, very beneficial for our own self, for our own nourishment. When we do that, that attracts the special mercy of the Lord. So I remember when we have brought some boys to Utkarsh camp in our time. So what happened? What's up? So during that time, so we had brought, I mean, some boys had come. So I remember that time I was kind of giving a report that how the boys are doing. So like around 10 boys or something were there. So I was telling like different names of the boys. He has come, he's doing like this, and so many things like that. And then at the end, I told about myself. I'm also there, below all of them. Something like that. I was saying to that superior. And then, he was of course very pleased. So he was very happy. It was very good, very happy time. And then I was just sharing things. I was saying, Prabhu, I was just, I think, in third year or second year in my college. I think, Prabhu, you have sometimes so many, problems in life. Like we'll be struggling in anartha, we'll be having issues and problems. But when we have come here, and we are just trying to be engaged, we are engaged in somehow trying to help these boys, in this wonderful Krishna consciousness, helping them to take Krishna consciousness seriously. So when I'm trying like that, when we are engaged like that, so actually we completely become aloof from of our own anarthas and troubles and difficulties and everything. Actually, you don't remember. You feel like, there's some problem going on. You understand? Because it is so absorbing. It's so absorbing because you have got such noble mission and you have got such wonderful service that you are trying to help others to become Krishna conscious. So then actually you can realize there's a special mercy of Lord Chaitanya has come. Because it is so difficult ordinarily for anybody, to able to actually put aside all his troubles and problems and anarthas and all that. It's not easy. But anyone who has got this kind of experience of helping others in Krishna consciousness, you can ask them that how, in spite of all that, they have experience of being very blissful in Krishna consciousness. And apparently, all the problems and conditionings and troubles are not there. Then they're engaged like this. Yeah, it is the experience of many, many preachers. And not like very accomplished preacher or something like that. A boy, who is just in second year, third year, like I was like just a boy. I was not like very senior preacher or something. But we could experience that. And we had a great fortune to have that kind of engagement. I remember how we'd just go to the hostel, like whole day. So we'd go in the morning, I would have morning program, powerful morning program, go to the college, and I'm talking when device registration and all those things would happen. So we'd not come back to the voice. So as soon as there is break, then go to the hostels and register the boys. And then somebody will bring lunch. Some devotee may bring lunch, or I might have packed, I don't know. So we just take lunch just for the sake of, okay, just finish it because I don't have much time. Just finish it. And then again go for registration and again go back to college for the classes. Again, instead of going back to voice, do not go back to voice. Then again get into the hospital. Again get involved in, and just telling the boys to register for the course and talking about what we're going to do program and all that. So sometimes, so those days were like, you feel like liberated. Really, you can experience that. It's like a liberation because you're so engaged in those positive, service to the Lord Chaitanya. It's a wonderful engagement. So that becomes a part of our sadhana also in that. So now we may not have that kind of feeling of compassion, get compassion, I'm going to deliver, But at least out of obligation, because we were instructed, we were given this service by our superiors. So when we did that, we could attract some mercy of Lord Chaitanya, special mercy, and we could experience that, the reciprocation of the Lord. So in spite of whatever, we may not be so perfect. We may have so many faults. We may be having anarthas and conditioning, so many things. But because we're engaged like that, so we feel like liberated. And we have seen also, the boys, when they get this kind of sense of, mission, that, okay, this mission is there, this service is there, I have to help and assist my superiors in preaching Krishna consciousness. So then we see that these boys grow very fast. They go very wonderfully because they feel such nice bliss, in Krishna consciousness, like that. So actually, it happens in some stages. Provided, no. Let us discuss a little bit. It's very good. So you see, when anybody comes in ISKCON in the beginning, so generally when people are very new, so they're in the mode of beneficiary. Beneficiary, understand? Like, okay, we get benefits. Why I come to ISKCON temple? Because I get nice prasadam, so I get some benefit, right? What else you get? I get good people to meet and interact.
Kirtan.
Kirtan, no, I get nice kirtan to hear. It is very soothing to my mind. Correct? So it's like beneficiary. So I have some reasons to come to ISKCON because I like it. And sometimes I have some troubles. I approach Vanmali Panditpu and he answers my questions and I'm blissful. My problems are solved. Sometimes their material problems also solved. They may get job also because of some good advice of devotees. So they're beneficiary at that level. So they come to ISKCON, but like beneficiary because so they're like kind of guests. They come like that. But as they become more matured, as they grow more, then they go to the next level. So what is the next level? So after that, they may become contributors. So contributors means what? Now they may want to, say sponsor the Sunday feast. They may sponsor Wednesday feast, or they may want to serve during the feast, when the prasadam is being served, they want to serve also. They'll say, Prabhu, I will serve now. So before that thought was not there at all. They're coming, prasadam late or why prasadam is late today, Or sometimes they may only come for prasadam sometimes. And there's no conception of, okay, I should go and serve also. That thought would not cross. And they will just go and just take the plate and eat and appreciate prasad. They're getting benefit like that. But now the thought has come that let me contribute also. Let me serve prasadam. Let me also see if I can help in kitchen. I will do some pot washing or whatever. So they were volunteers. They were volunteers from their own side. They let me do some service like that. So that is contributor. So these people are contributors. So it's good. It's growth. Some growth has happened like that. But they are contributing as per their terms. Say when they come, they happen to come, they are available, they may contribute. These contributors, they are contributors, but on their terms. Whenever they have time, when they have inspiration, they may contribute. Like that it is. But more than that, when they grow further, then they just don't contribute, they become committed. They become committed. Committed means what? Okay, every Wednesday I will do pot washing. Something like that. Or every Saturday I will do morning cooking. So it's like committed service.
This is after contributing.
Yeah, after contributor. So contributor means what? They will come and go as per their terms. Like okay, Rath Yatra, okay, I'm happen to be here, I'll do it. But you cannot rely on them. They're contributors. They will contribute something. They will volunteer. But they will not be committed. You cannot rely on them that way. But committed means what? Oh, he takes the commitment. Okay, I will do weekly once or 2 days or 3 days, and he will feel for it. He will do it. Committed, like that. So committed is like taking some, and in terms of our sadhana also. So same thing you can do in terms of sadhana also, sadhana and all that thing. I mean the reading, hearing also. So it's like commitment is like we are starting to take a little more steady in terms of seva and sadhana. Okay, I'll do this much in once in a week or whatever it is. Like book reading, 7:57 to 7:20, I come. I'm committed to it, bro. Like that it is. So there is some kind of commitment like that. But above commitment also there is something, So above committed is dedicated. So being dedicated means what? One takes some major responsibility for Srila Prabhupada. Some major responsibility. Like one may, be like a facilitator. He may become a preaching coordinator. He may become a temple commander. Something like that. So there's some kind of major responsibility one may take. So it's like dedicated. The above committed is dedicated. So dedicated person is like he identifies himself as a disciple. I'm a disciple. I'm a servant of Srila Prabhupada. And he voluntarily takes some kind of good responsibility in Krishna's mission, in Srila Prabhupada's mission. So this is dedicated. And the whole consciousness is that I have to follow my guru. I have to assist my guru. So he's like the dedicated devotee. He will not put his other things like family, job as the first thing, and then Guru service. No, first Guru service, first mission, first preaching, first mission, and then he will see all other things how I can arrange, how I can manage like that. So dedication is of that kind, because for him his life is service to Guru. He feels a very deep sense of obligation to Guru. You're getting this point. So committed person is also coming, but you understand, he may not take that responsibility. For him, the other factors are also there. You know, थोड़ा उसको अच्छा job मिल जाएगा, he gets big job, so he may go far also. Then he may not be able to do that committed service. He may say, Prabhu, I cannot do now. It's fine, you manage. I am done. You manage. Like that. Correct. And then he may take some other commitment, some committed service he may take. But dedicated person is not that way. Dedicated person first will feel for the seva, first will feel for the mission. So that is like dedicated. You know, you got the difference now. Yes. From committed to dedicated, like that. So he actually offers his life to Guru as disciple. I am dedicated to you, our spiritual master. Like that. He feels himself indebted to Guru. So this kind of spirit is there, dedicated, like that. So he'll take that kind of responsibility. So that is amazing, correct? So what do you think? This is all in all? Actually, there is above that also. So above dedicated is missionary. Yeah. So missionary is something very special. And what is that? For him, there is no consideration. For him, he's breathing in and out with only mission, with only service to Guru. Is inseparable from his Guru's will, like Srila Prabhupada, you see. So it doesn't matter at all. Whenever, wherever, whoever, there is no terms and condition. He becomes completely malleable to Guru. He's like simply become just instrument in the Guru's hand. You understand? So dedicated person may still have something, like, okay, he may be in that particular place, some situation with some people I can work, whatever. It may be some kind of thing may be there, a little bit. But missionary goes further beyond. For him, like Prabhupada came to the West, at such an old age. And then language is, foreign, and money is not there. There's nobody to assist. The foreign land. And it's completely forlorn situation, helpless. And he's alone. And he has to preach the message. But he is completely, feeling such deep connection to his spiritual master. And he's willing to give up his life in the service of Guru. He's not thinking about anything. The heart attack has come, doesn't bother. It doesn't deteriorate his will to dedicate himself to Guru, see. So, so like that. Sometimes committed devotee may take a break. There is a very great crisis will come. But a missionary cannot. I mean, you understand, no? All are glorious, but I'm just telling you the distinction like that. So missionary is like a very special.
You said committed can take a break, or dedicated can take it.
I'm sorry, committed can always take a break. I mean, dedicated also sometimes. Of course, he will not take a break, but he will always be engaged in Guru service. For him, it is Guru, dedication to Guru is always there. But still, there may be some kind of, situation like he may be dedicated, like, okay, fine, he will do like Prabhupada said, somebody that you take sannyas. Actually, Prabhupada wanted him to be responsibility of temple president, actually. But then, and this person had all the reasons noted down that how he should not become temple president. Because this reason, that reason, so many reasons like that. He wrote down. He was completely prepared because he came to know Prabhupada is going to give me responsibility of being temple president. He came to know that. So he made all the items, what all things, reasons I have. And when Prabhupada came, Prabhupada said to him, you take sannyas. I'm like, Grahastha. And I said, Prabhupada, Grahastha? I'm Grahastha. I mean, how can I just, and it's I'm very young and I have very young wife and children. How could I take sannyas? So Prabhupada said, no, you should take sannyas because we need it for the mission. Take sannyas. And then he did not prepare for that because he only prepared for not taking the responsibility of temple president. He was going bewildered what to do. And he was trying his hard, and Prabhupada was not ready at all. And he said, Prabhupada, you tell me anything I will do, but not take sannyas. So okay, become temple president. And then he took become temple president. Like that it is. So you understand, no? So see, he is dedicated to Guru. He will not do anything which is not as per the order of Guru. He is very dedicated. No? But there may be some kind, so a missionary will not mind. You want sannyas? Okay, sannyas. Yeah, he is like that. That's what he is like that. He's like that. Okay, you go to China. Okay, I'll go to China. You go to Pakistan. Okay, I'll go to Pakistan. What he'll not think if I die, no, I'll die. Because this is what my Acharya wants, my Guru wants. So this is missionary mission. It's like that. So he is like very, very deeply surrendered. Such deep surrender like that. It's like he just lives only, he breathes only for Guru's praise. It's like that. So that kind of surrender is, such a ideal like that. So anyway, whatever level we may be.
From committed to dedicated, the difference is
Yeah. So first is beneficial. That's a committed, dedicated.
committed is committed, but then again,
He may not take some major responsibility, bro. He may not take some major responsibility. He will say, no, bro, I will not able to manage. My family hai, bachche hain, and my job may have been transferred also. So I'll, like that. So, but a committed person will say, Prabhu, I am going to be here only.
dedicated.
Sorry, dedicated person. Yes, I am going to be here only because this is what Guru wants me to preach here. My Guru has told me, you develop this project. So my job, and he will do anything. Whatever way money comes will come. But I have to be here. You understand? This is dedicated. Yes.
Missionary means
Oh,
he'll risk his life.
he can risk his life. Yes. For him, doesn't matter. No, nothing. No other terms and conditions. Nothing. Anything, anywhere, anytime, with anyone is completely like that. So this is missionary. That's what it is. So anyway, we were discussing that how we may evolve in this our service of preaching, which is also part of sadhana, to attract the special mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya, and that we can please the Supreme Lord very quickly. So this is a very amazing thing because when we engage in such glorious preaching mission, and one can actually experience such wonderful bliss, one can actually just get, you can feel that liberated, being liberated from all so many troubles and problems like that. And one actually becomes very ecstatic, very blissfully situated when we are engaged in some preaching mission. And it's gone, it is not that we have to wait, to become some kind of, getting some kind of qualification to preach. It is not like that. Prabhupada said very easy. He said, you learn to lunch, you speak to it. It's like that. And our entire ISKCON movement is based on this whole purpose of preaching, actually. The whole purpose is to preach. So whatever services also we are engaged is actually to assist the preaching mission. Like the pujaris are decorating the deities and they're addressing the deities. So it is, if we can do this whole service in a mood that the Lord is decorated so well, then the people will come, they'll take darshan, they'll become devotees. The deities will smile and the deities are happy, they'll take darshan and they'll become devotees. You understand? So when I cook, we cook in such a wonderful way. So when the boys will take the prasadam, then the people will take the prasadam. That's why taking prasadam, they'll become devotees. So everything can be done with that mood, actually. So this is a very wonderful mood and mission what we have got by Srila Prabhupada.
Just one comment appreciating these 5 levels you gave. Just like Rup Goswami gave the 9 stages of devotion, these 5 stages of preaching.
Yeah. So this is, so all our activities. So like in our situation, like our Shreyas Prabhu is there. So he was telling me that, Prabhu, I want to help in some preaching. So he does follow. So it's good. So we can do as simple as some follow-up service. We are not so confident to speak. Okay, let me do some follow-up. Let me call boys and get them. So it can begin. It can be as simple as that. Just call some boys, or just go to the programs and talk to some boys, meet them, and share your experience in Krishna consciousness like that. Whatever you have done, speak it. So that way we become more integrated. I mean, integrally connected to the mission and to Prabhupada like that. And like we go for Harinam, we go for book distribution. New person can do also. And then you can experience the joy of giving Krishna to others, joy of giving Krishna consciousness to others. So this is very important, joy which we should not miss. That is to give Krishna consciousness to others. Whatever simple way we can do at our level, we should actually be engaged in some other way. So everybody should be a preacher in Krishna consciousness in his own way, in his own service, like that. The mood should be of, I want to give this mercy of Lord Chaitanya to everyone. Like that. So there are many, devotees who may be dedicated in the service of deity service, in kitchen, in accounts. But they also have this heart that, okay, let me do this service so that the whole preaching goes very well. I have one friend, Shiva Goswami in in Pune temple. He's a very good person, very, very noble hearted, very wonderful devotee, very sincere, serious. So I would sometimes push him. I said, why don't you come and take some program, start a program, do something? Because such a good soul you are. If you speak, so many people become devotees and all that. I was trying to tell him. He said, Prabhu, my heart feels that if I can assist, and he's very good in management and he has got a lot of managerial services. He says, Prabhu, I feel that if my superiors, there in Pune, like Srirati Prabhu, Antadip, so many. So if I can take this load of theirs, actually they can be freed from preaching. So they can preach so much. So some of my heart resonates like this. And I can assist them in a way that so much preaching can happen. So I was feeling, oh, amazing. It is a wonderful mood. So he's a preacher actually. He's a preacher. Yeah, and I've seen him whenever I told him, Prabhu, one boy is coming. Can you take care of him because I'm not there? He takes some nice care because his heart is for that. So he may not have his own programs. He doesn't have he doesn't have some inclination like that. So it's not that for preacher, one has to be a preacher like sitting on the Vyasa and speak only. That mood has to be there. That spirit has to be there. A spirit of seeing how people should get mercy of Krishna, mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And then in our way we can assist. But it is good to get engaged in direct preaching service, like going for Harinam, going for book distribution, because you get a special joy doing that. When seeing people taking Prabhupada books, you can see how much one becomes blissful. You have to experience your own thing. I have seen in my life such tremendous bliss and happiness you get. And one soul takes Bhagavad Gita. Like I remember my very first distribution of Bhagavad Gita. So I went with some senior devotees. They were seniors from IIT Warangal and they were brahmacharis in Pune. So when I had gone, then they were distributing books and I had some books. And the whole day we had to distribute, I think 6-7 hours or something. And we have bagged our prasadam also. So I was trying, but people were not taking. I was trying, people were not taking much. They were not taking. I think the first Gita, how it went. So when I showed to that book, I was first, nobody was taking. Then I was kind of, and I heard from devotees that you have to pray to Prabhupada and all that. So I was doing something like that. And after that, I approached that person who was sitting on the bike, still I remember. And then I told him that, this is Bhagavad Gita, you like to see and this nice books, 100 shlokas and all that. I memorized some lines from devotees and I was trying to show. And this person says, no, I don't want because I'm in tension. And then Sama Krishna inspired me. I said, oh, this is very good. That actually, this book is actually required for you because this book actually will help you to come out of all your tensions. So Arjuna was in tension, but he was in depression, tension, but he could have come out. So I explained something like that. And that person, just by being very outwardly, he was first saying no, but then he started looking at Gita and he took Bhagavad Gita. And I still remember the kind of joy which I got on that time. My Lord, book went, Bhagavad Gita went from my hand. Amazing, And I was so ecstatic, and I just came back to say, I don't know when Bhagavad Gita went, when this happened and all that. And they were telling, yeah, they were also appreciating, encouraged, So I was impressed. I was in a spiritual world for that time.
Very good.
So, and now we will be doing many books, but I'm telling you that every time you engage in this activity of Harinama book distribution, actually there is a special bliss which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives. That is there. So one should not miss that. That's my point. It's a very special thing. So actually, when I was working, my schedules were very hectic that time. It was maybe 2000, a long time back. So then one senior devotee has told that all of you, actually can try to distribute books in a week time, and then there should be a very good announcement in the score on Saturday or Sunday, Sunday I think, like this. So try to do that. So he just requested. I think I had a very long time, but then I literally for pleasing that superior, I would think I'd take some books, I just get out of the voice, and there only Sabji Mandi, whatever. And I just go everywhere and tell them, take Bhagavad Gita, no? And I show them around. There's a pan wala, sabji wala, old Mataji, selling some potato. They would also take Bhagavad Gita. And I'll be so enthused, I think everybody is taking here only. I don't have to go so out also. Like Prabhu says, that just touch the payment, he says. So just by going out, somebody will take. Then I'd get so much confidence that I would think that, okay, I'll take Bhagavad Gita, I have 10 minutes, I'll go and I'll see some soul will come and I'll give Gita and come back, but I don't have so much time. So I'd do, and sometimes Krishna would reciprocate. Somebody will take. It's like that. It's so amazing it is. So, if you sincerely, try to just align with this wonderful mission, then so much of reciprocation, so much of adventure, thrill one can experience. So many things can be spoken. Time is already way up. I don't want to further take, but there are so many things can be spoken on this. That how a devotee can be thrilled and can just forget everything, all his troubles and problems and his own comfort and so many things. Because this wonderful cause what Srila Prabhupada has given us, it's a great fortune that we have got this. Otherwise, if we see ordinarily, traditionally, if somebody has to purify his heart, like we have to be thinking of Krishna. So how many of us can actually all the time think of Krishna? No? Think of Radha Gopi Vallabha and keep chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra all the time and remember the pastimes of the Lord all the time. It's not so easy to be absorbed like that at our level. We can do that, but not all the time. We may be able to do it sometimes, by the influence of devotee reading, sometimes. But this is something which we can, like always planning, thinking how can I distribute books? What should I say to that divinity? You understand? No? So this kind of thing is very, very practical and everybody can take part. So everybody, old, child, new. I remember in Dindi when it goes small child also. Sometimes in Dindi there was maybe some 6 or 7 years old child. So I was distributing Bhagavad Gita and Back to Godhead magazines and other. I think Back to Godhead magazine was the main focus. Back to Godhead magazine was the main focus in Dindi. 5 rupees, it give a magazine like that. So this boy, would accompany me. And then he was also distributing so many books. So many, like that. So even child can participate. He was so blissful. He approach people and give book and they would take and he was so blissful. Yeah, so anybody can participate. And everybody can get that joy. That Mataji, Prabhuji, child, everybody. So actually this is amazing. So all of us, the whole community when it comes on the road. And then just everybody is engaged, in distributing books, doing Harinam, giving Prashadam. It's such a pleasant because everybody can experience the joy. And then one can get that confidence. Oh, this is life can go on whatever way. It has its own situations. But this joy I should not miss. And I could really get that confidence when I was having very intense periods in my job time that time. It was really very difficult even to get proper rest of the body. But because that score and the superior has requested like this, I wanted to please and make sure that some score goes. So then, not in terms of fruit of the score, but because I wanted to please the superior also. So then I'd go and somehow some books would go. Whatever time, like 20 minutes also I have, half an hour I have, I'd go and just do it. So I got such kind of vigor that time. Then in PDC, we did not have any schedules for this distribution. So when I joined, so our next session would start at 11 after morning program. So sometimes before 11, I would go for distribution. It was not scheduled. So out of schedule, I'd go just to distribute some books. Some books you go and I'll come back like that. So somehow that inspiration was there that time because of course, we get inspiration by the association. So we had such a wonderful exemplary devotees. So by their association inspiration, and I report also sometimes, and they'll be very pleased. They'll be very, very good, very nice like that. So that way. Like one devotee, he just took the book in the bag and he was going to his office. And there was security or checker then. They opened the bag and they saw some book is there. So she told how much is the book? And then she gave the money and then he went. So he did not even touch the book. The book went, So if you can just carry the book, just carry the book in your bag. And just like in cab drivers also take some time. Many times I have just when I travel the cab for a mighty problem, the cab people only take. And $1 is very easy to give. They will give $1. And small book also can be. Sometimes they can take Bhagavad Gita also. So we may not think about that living reduced sitting in the cab, in the driving cab. But what we can best benefit, we can just give a book. You can surely benefit it. So you can see how amazing, Krishna allows you to see that divinity. Allows through you, so many divinities may get some mercy. Even though we may be not pure devotee, or we may not have such great compassion, but you can get that great joy of getting used in some way in helping others to become Krishna, to get Krishna consciousness. So many things. And so again, I wanted to speak some other thing only. I had in mind this section of the Tichipunji. That section I wanted to read and churn and all that. I did not even touch it also. Maybe some other time we'll do it. So we'll stop here. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande.
Hare Hare Bo. Jai.